Vanakkam and welcome to Sweet Karam Comedy. Thank you for being here. Thank you again for your feedback in the last few days. We really appreciate it very much. These are the times of Corona when there's no personal interaction. So the only way we get to know what's in your mind is if you write into us. Really appreciate that. Please keep it coming. Thank you. I want to narrate an incident that took place recently with my friend Ramesh and his parents. His parents were planning to go to make a tour of some holy places in northern India. They were supposed to do it a year ago, but for obvious reasons that got postponed, and they were leaving last week. And Ramesh was helping them pack, and I happened to be there, and I noticed a pressure cooker and some food stuff like paruppu podi, karaveppala podi, and a few other things. And then Ramesh asked them, "Arsi illiyema?" அப்படின்னு கேட்டான். His mother said, "அதெல்லாம் அங்கே வாங்கிக்கலாம்ப்பா அப்படின்னு சொன்னான். No, அங்கெல்லாம் basmati rice தான் கிடைக்கும், அதனால please take arsi from here." So they put in a packet of arsi as well. And then he asked them, யாரானு உங்ககிட்ட பேச வந்தா அந்த 3 வார்த்தை சொல்லி கொடுத்துருக்கேனே நினைவு இருக்கா அப்படின்னா. I was a little curious, என்ன 3 வார்த்தை சொல்லி கொடுத்துருப்பான்ட்டு, but I was feeling a little delicate, so I didn't venture to ask. But luckily for me, he asked them to say it. கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுங்க பார்க்கலாம் அப்படின்னா. So his father looked at him and said, "Hindi nahi malum." அப்படின்னா. I almost burst out laughing then, not just at the 3 words, which took me by surprise. I don't know what I was expecting, but definitely not this. But at the way his father said it, with a look of pathos on his face. And it took me right back to over 40 years ago when I went to Delhi, went to North India for the first time. And of course, I had no knowledge of Hindi either. I didn't even know these 3 words. So if somebody came to talk to me, and I would simply say, "Sorry, I don't understand Hindi." And he would look at me and say, "Madrasi?" I'd say, "Yes." And he'd go away. That was the end of the conversation. Once they discovered I was Madrasi, no further conversation took place. It's like if somebody were to meet us today, and if he happened to be from the Dominican Republic, we would pause a little bit, right, as our minds processed how to take the conversation forward. So this was something similar, except that it wasn't a pause, it was just a complete halt. But North Indians have come a long way since then. I have many North Indian friends, much loved North Indian friends, and I would like to dedicate this episode to them. So let's find out how they have progressed from the 70s to now. In the 70s, as I said, all they knew was Madras, Madrasi, and that was it. Fast forward 10 years and they had progressed. They also knew idli, dosa, and some of the more knowledgeable ones even knew medu vada. So if you said you were from Madras, they would say, "Oh, Madras, I know. Idli, dosa, medu vada." Another 10 years, they knew a little more. Around the turn of the century, they knew that Madras had become Chennai. The only thing they didn't know was how to pronounce it. I remember this very pathetic conversation I had with my client a few years back. I told him I was from Madras, and he did the usual, "Madras, I know. Shenoy," he said. Shenoy. Madras is now called Shenoy, no? I said, no, sir, it is not called Shenoy. Shenoy is some Konkani surname. There's no sha in it. This is not a French word, it's a Tamil word. So it's spelled CH and it's pronounced that way. Racha. Chinoy. No, not Chinoy. The Chinoy is the surname of some Hindi singer who sang Kajrare, not Chinoy. Then he said Chennai. I mean, these are all sort of alternatives he was proposing to get it right. I said, no, not Chennai. Chennai probably means red dog or something close to it. So I said, it's Chennai. He said, Acha, now I understand. Chennai, because it's a new name, Nai. So Chennai. I said, no, no, not Nai. Don't bring Hindi into this, please. This is Tamil. Chennai. He said, Acha, so you have to stop suddenly. I said, what? So it's like Chennai, like that. Not Chennai, Chennai. I said, Adavidapa, you say it whatever way you like, but this is the spelling. I have no issue about how they pronounce Chennai, but there's one thing that bothers me and has always irritated me. It's how they get mixed between lungi and veshti. In fact, they don't get mixed. They call it lungi. They call everything lungi. I remember one program, TV program, a few years back when Shah Rukh Khan was anchoring the KBC, Kaun Banega Crorepati, instead of Amitabh Bachchan that year. One of the contestants presented him with a pattu veshti. Okay, nice pattu veshti. And he took it and said, ah, lungi, thank you very much. And of course, Shah Rukh Khan has also introduced some new, supposedly Tamil words to the Hindi dictionary. Raskala is one, and I think a couple of other words. They have now become part of the North Indian dictionary for Tamil words. Once I remember some good friends of ours had come over home for dinner. During the day, the lady called me and said, please ask your wife to make uthappa. I said, what? Uthappa. Oh, uthapam. Okay, I'll ask her. So I came home and told my wife, she wants you to make uthapam. My wife said, what uthapam? What sort of uthapam she wants? I said, well, I don't know, maybe they've had it in restaurants or something. So please make onion uthapam and tomato uthapam so they can sort of mix and match. So wife made both the uthapams and stacked it in a casserole. When they came, that lady took one look at it and said, what is this you made, this thick dosa? We asked for uthappa. I said, this is uthapam. She said, no, this is some thick dosa. This is not what we want. You know, what we want is that thing which we had in Kamakshi's house, that rava thing, you know, that white. I said, upma. Upma. That's what. We wanted to have upma. So my wife made upma, and we had a good time with the uthapams, tomato and onion uthapam. They loved the upma, so they had it. So I have a neighbor here. He also loves South Indian food and all that. So he comes home from time to time. But his knowledge of Tamil Nadu, South India is zilch. He knows we are from there, but nothing beyond that. Couple of years back, when Paneer Selvam became the chief minister, he got very excited. He started watching the news and all. Till then, Tamil Nadu related news was just not his cup of tea. But suddenly, Paneer Selvam became the chief minister, and he started getting very interested. And he would talk to me in the lift, in the lobby, at the car park, and all of that. Bhaskar, oi, ki haal hai? How is your chief minister? Paneer is okay, doing well, good chief minister. Chalo, acha, good. And every other day he would stop me and ask me about paneer. And I once told him, bhai, it's not paneer, it's Paneer Selvam. Then, bhai, paneer. So this excitement didn't last very long, exactly 2 months. Once Paneer Selvam went away, and who was it? Parni Swami became the chief minister. This guy totally lost interest. So after that, he has never asked me about Tamil Nadu or any of that. So this was my little tribute to our North Indian friends. Once again, thank you very much for being with us. We appreciate it. வணக்கம், நன்றி.